As a running coach, I get a lot of questions from runners about the correct ways of breathing while running. And indeed, there's so many myths and misconceptions about this topic. So in this video, my goal will be to explain some basic facts about breathing while running. So one of the main myths that I come across is this idea that your breathing rate has to be locked in with your stride frequency. A lot of people really think that there's some kind of ideal ratio of steps taken and breaths taken in coordination. And this is really not true. In fact, it's quite interesting that as human beings, we are one of the few mammals on this earth that do not have this mechanism of locking breathing to the running patterns. Most of the mammals, like dogs, for example, we have this pattern locked in. And we are free to breathe as we wish, which is really great. Breathing is really regulated by the exercise intensity. So the faster we run, the deeper our breaths get and the more frequent they get. And this is really self-regulated. So we are really free to breathe as we want. There's only a couple of things that we need to know. So one of the few important things to know about breathing while running is that when you are running at slow intensities, you should be able and you should breathe through your nose. Nasal breathing is really great and really important for our health, and in most of our daily activities, in walking and sleeping, we should be able to breathe through our nose. So that means we should inspire through our nose and exhale through our nose or mouth. And we should really practice this nasal breathing while running at slow intensities. If we are not able to nasal breathe while running at slow intensities, there's possibly just two reasons why we're not doing this. One, and this is really the most common reason, is that we are in fact running too fast. Because when we are running fast, it's very natural to start breathing through your mouth. So if this is the case, we should really slow down and our running should be easy so that we are able to inhale only through our nose. The second reason, which is far less common, is that there's something wrong with our nasal tracts and we are not able to inhale through our nose. And if this is the case, we should definitely get it checked by a medical professional. The second thing we should know is that our posture is very important for breathing while running. It's really important when we're running not to restrict our breathing through a faulty posture. It's very easy to check if your posture is correct and if it's facilitating your breathing. What you need to do is essentially, before you start running, to take in a deep, full breath through your chest and your stomach, like this. So we want our ribs to expand and we want to breathe in into our stomach. And as you see, naturally while breathing in, our body lengthens and we go into a correct upright posture. So this is a very good self-check test. And this posture of full breath, we should really retain this posture while running. So breathe in, you're in your correct alignment, and then just lean forward and start running. So in conclusion, really don't stress too much about breathing while running. It's a natural thing that really takes care of itself. There's no need to sync your breathing pattern to your step pattern or to really even think about it too much. The only couple of things that you need to be aware of is nasal breathing while running slow and keeping the correct upright posture so your posture does not restrict your breathing. That's it. If you do these things, you'll breathe and run just fine.